Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, look, would you pay attention, please? I've got crap I need to do. Thank you. Jesus. All right. Well, welcome to a new season here at Queen of the South. One that does hold quite a lot of excitement. We've got our newly expanded Palmerston Park. And, of course, a good chance to recapture our title. Now we don't need to drive up to Motherwell every bloody other week to play our home games. Now, any questions? Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist. Now listen, mate, your summer transfer window was about as impressive as a bee's dick, so what makes you think there is any excitement amongst the fans? Well, Chaz, we've got a squad full of young players and they're getting better every day, so I think that's exciting, right? No, not really, mate. But anyway, there are reports that Conan Ong is set to leave the club this summer. Now, let's face it, mate, you would be absolutely rooted without him. Yeah, look, mate, I mean, Conan knows he's an important part of the team, a loved part of the club, and we just need to make sure that he feels that every day, and then pray that nobody comes in with a bid that I just can't reject. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. A little bit of a break as I went away. Apologies for the little bit of a delay in coming back. But we are here now to begin Season 9 and I could not be more excited for this. As ever, well, I should say we're starting the season away to Rangers. Very, very tough. The team that stole our title from us last season, of course. And then we have the first leg of our Champions League qualifying tie. It's away to Utrecht of the Eredivisie in the Netherlands. So hopefully we'll end this episode with two good solid wins. Now, as ever, we will start the new season by seeing where we are as a club. Unfortunately, I'm still only an icon and not a legend, which is a little bit frustrating, I've got to be honest, but here we are. We do have a few club favoured personnel that are around. Shakir Omar is still up there, Andrew Walker and Conan Ong. How much longer he will be a Queen of the South player is debatable, but he is there right now. And of course, Ali Roy has dropped off this list, and one or two others, I think, that were there at one point. But anyway, that is what it is. The general information, we are a professional team. We're predicted to come third, which I think we have been most, to be honest, fourth, I think, with Ross County. Tycoon owned Ross County, of course. We are a 3.5-star reputation club, a determined squad personality. We're in the Champions League, though got to qualify for it this time. Walker is still the captain. Bermudez is still the vice-captain. Ong, for now, is the key player. And the hot prospect is our young academy prospect, Gary Turpie. You may be able to see behind my head here. We are a rich club. The owner loves the club, and you can see our season ticket information there as well. We will have a quick look at facilities because things have changed. We have a 13,000 capacity stadium, though only 7,800 seats. So I'm not quite sure if we're gonna. There's no second stadium for European games, so that is hopefully a good sign for us. But the big thing that happened in last episode's summer transfer special was we are looking to build a new stadium, it's an all-seater, 22,500. So that's a decent, it's a nice size stadium for a club, I think, of where we're at, and hopefully we'll get the better corporate facilities as well in that new stadium. So that is that state-of-the-art training facilities, excellent youth facilities. We'll look to get that upgraded in the near future. Exceptional academy coaching and youth recruitment. So off the field, the club really, really is taking steps forward, which is excellent. Now, a reminder of what happened in last episode's transfer special. It wasn't great in terms of players that came in. The major out, we had to sell Ibarra because we had no money, so that's obviously a disappointment. He's gone off to Ajax. The players that came in, Santos came in as a direct replacement. We were able to get him in. He was transfer listed at Sporting Lisbon. So we were able to get him in to basically replace Ibarra in the squad. We've got Peter Luger in on loan from Arsenal. We're paying a decent fee for that as well. And if we just go back to the previous season, there were two signings that did actually officially happen. So Ayrton, a wonder kid, is now officially ours. And Almaraz, who we had agreed a fee with when he was younger, he has officially joined us as well. And a couple of outs that we already knew about, and Perez on loan. Most of the outs were just loans. apart from the sale of Ibarra. So that is all good stuff. Now, pre-season predictions. Let's have a look and see what we are what we have to do. So qualify for the Europa Conference League. That should be no problem at all. Reach the group stage of the Champions League. We've got, I think, 2 qualifying rounds to go through. I think we've got the one here against Utrecht, and then I think we'll have a playoff round after that. We're expected to reach the final of the 2 cups, so we'll do our best to do that. If we go and have a look at the Scottish Premiership here, we want season preview. 4th, again, Taekwondo and Ross County, 2nd favourites for the league, behind the 1st and 2nd from last season. Celtic are somehow the favourite, so that's interesting. If nothing else, I suppose. We have, in theory, the 2 best players in the league. We've got Bursic, Walker, Leshy, and Ong in the team of the dream team. So we can see here the key players of the competition. And see, Ross County, I mean, they have been trying to spend money, but I mean, they've got their key players are behind the 2 key players of Hibs and 1 from Hearts. So yeah, I mean, they've not cracked the top half of the table yet, so I'd be absolutely shocked, if they were able to finish 2nd in the league, but you never know. That maybe they can. Livingston look to be the strugglers, with promoted Hamilton and Dundee United both ahead of them in the pre-season predictions there. So that's all very exciting, but not as exciting as playing a game of football. Let's see what we're doing here against Rangers. Alright, so we're expecting a 4-3-3 from them. A lot of link-ups, which is a little bit worrying. And this is a team we're sending out. We are favouring this game over the Champions League, but we are sort of going with this formation because I think it works a little bit better for us against Rangers. So Bursic, he will be the goalkeeper for this one. It'll be Varela playing at left back, or left wing back, more like it. It'll be Walker as one of the centre-backs, partnering Leshy, who I think has become the best centre-back at the club over the summer. Ayrton, officially a first game as a Queen of the South player full-time, will be the right-back. Bayless, the evergreen Bayless, will be with the right side Mazzella. Mashagi will be the deep-lying playmaker. It'll be a debut for Almaraz as the left-sided Mazzella. Left-footed, can cross and dribble. I think he could really suit this role. Bermudez will be the number 10. He is club-trained and just gets better and better every season. Still only 22 as well. And then the front 2 will be Johnny Angus, who is a very well-rounded player. And the great Conan Ong, hopefully, he will get off to a good goal-scoring start. And hopefully he will be here at the end of the transfer window. Okay, so we can see the team sheets here. Jaidi, unfortunately, is still their manager. 1 or 2 names that I don't think I recognise in that starting 11, so there might be a few debutants in there we can maybe take advantage of, that we have a few of our own. Let's go out there and enjoy ourselves today. There are easier places to start than away to defending champions Rangers, aren't there? But all we can do is give it our best crack and see what that takes us. I mean, if we can take a point here, I think opening game of the season, that's absolutely fine. If we lose, there's ways to lose, isn't there? And if we can put in a decent performance, a little bit like the cup final, and find ourselves a little bit unlucky to lose, then I wouldn't be okay with that. That's what's happening there. Decent save. We're going to have a corner. Almaraz to take it, the young Mexican midfielder. It's a decent ball, and Mashagi has hit the crossbar. We're not doing this again, game. Oh, come on. We'll go for the other side. Almaraz again. Again, it's a decent ball in. This time it's headed away. Is Ong going to get to it first? He's not. And the highlight comes to an end. But Almaraz, best player on the field at the moment, it looks like, which is very, very promising. Ross County already behind. Angus. Oh, it's a decent ball in, but Bermudez will pick it up. Can he pick out a teammate? He goes back to Almaraz. Good first touch. Johnny Angus to Leshy. What's he doing that far forward? Probably from the set piece. Out there for Varela. Can he whip a cross in? Go on, Nilton. Go on, Nilton. There's a ball. Johnny Angus towards Ong. He's offside. He's hit the crossbar again. Maybe he wasn't offside. He looked offside. I'm so absolutely so shocked that Ross County... You think they go and spend their money on a manager first and foremost, but anyway, you don't want to tell them how to do their job. Leshy retrieves the corner. Bayless has a little bit of space. Leshy has made himself room and then decided to keep playing tricks. Anyway, we go all the way back to Bursic. We'll build from the back and hopefully create something. Almaraz looks to get on the outside of his man. He's done well. Varela, ball forward for Ong. Ong with a chance. Ong goes wide for Varela. Varela with the cross. Angus is in there. Oh, it's a penalty as Angus is bundled over. It looks as though he's going to take it as well. And can Johnny Angus give us a first half lead at Ibrox? Johnny Angus. Oh, he can. And we're 1-0 up. It was agricultural defending. And Johnny Angus made no mistake with the 18-yard kick. I kind of tripped over my words there. I don't really know where I was going with that. But anyway, penalty in the back of the net. That's all that matters. 22nd minute, and we've come straight back. Hopefully, we're going to hit them for a 1-2 and not fall asleep. Ong doing a decent work defensively there. Ball forward from Rangers. Varela maybe has fallen asleep ever so slightly. There's the cross in. Ayrton gets it clear, but only as far as Ferguson. And still the pressure is on here. Oh, I don't like this at all. Can Varela stick a foot in? No. Ong doing a good work defensively. Oh, and we've been not saved by the offside flag. And as quick as we were in front, we're level again. And that is a coach killer, isn't it? Let's have a look here. Who are we going to blame for this one? Walker's a little deep. And, well, Ayrton's not gone with his man, has he? I think that is the main problem there. Was it close to offside? Ayrton is, he's just a little bit deep as well, isn't he? I wonder if he got stuck in the, I need to push up, but just kind of figured that out a little bit late. Hopefully that's not something that will become a feature of his game this season. Because he has at times looked a little bit off defensively, hasn't he? Like he's not quite on the same wavelength as the rest of the defence. So despite essentially dominating the game, it's 1-1. And we've got possession here in our own half. Bayless back to Ayrton. Leshy makes himself available. Across there for Walker. Walker for Almaraz. If you're wondering why Walker is playing this one, Pitaluga, the new defender, has got a bit of a knock, so he's not available for this one. I think the actual first choice partnership will be Leshy and Pitaluga. There's a cracking ball. Speaking of Leshy, Conan Ong is in, and Conan Ong had eyes on his transfer away from the club, I think, there. Reminder, we have had to promise him 36 million he can go for. That's not a release fee. That's just sort of my word. What we will be doing is, if we get to that 36 million, we'll be adding on 50% of the next deal. So we don't have to sell him, but it's one of those where we probably don't want a sulking Ong if we can get a sell on, because I think what will probably happen with him, where do we say here? What do we say? We've been unlucky so far, boys. Let's go out there and just make the most of what has been a good performance from us so far. Yeah, I think what will likely happen with Ong is that he'll go to sort of a middling team. Leicester was the team that sort of caused the problems, but I think maybe someone like that. There's a good ball in, and Conan Ong, he starts the second half in the best possible way by restoring our lead. Now let's tell him to focus this time. Let's look after this lead, protect it, guys. But 30-odd seconds after half-time, and we find ourselves a goal up. It's a good ball wide there from Bermudez. It's a good run from Varela, and the cross-in was well finished by Conan Ong. But yeah, I think what will happen is that he'll go to that middling range side for, 36 million is nothing to sneeze at. And then I think there'll probably be the big mega transfer for him after that. So we want to make sure we get our sticky fingers on part of that juicy transfer fee that comes sort of after us. Because he'll probably have to go and prove himself. This is what I'm thinking. Prove himself in a big league before one of the mega clubs will come in for him. Oh, we haven't done it again, have we? No. Again, Walker's got a decent match rating. Tell me if I'm dreaming. Am I just dreaming this up about Walker? He's got a good match rating again. We saw he had the highest average match rating of anybody last season. But he just seems to be out of position all the time. Anyway. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, go away. Is the offside flag going to save us? It might, It has. He's a mile off. He's an absolute mile off. So I was going to try and make a change defensively but there's no need. That wasn't even close. So that's absolutely fine. Alright, another highlight. Walker starts on the ball. Forward for Mashagi. Almaraz. All the way back we go to Bursic. It's promising to see Varela playing a... was he playing an 8? Because he hasn't always been the most... Oh, Leshy. The most reliable fullback. Alvarez has tracked his man wonderfully there. Can he stop the cross now? Not quite. There is the cross. It's away by Ep1. Down for Angus. All right, guys, let's just maybe get it forward. Oh, it's a stampy tackle, but Ferguson has got himself free in the box, and Bursic makes the save. Let's try praising them and hopefully firing them up or settling them down or doing whatever it is that needs to happen. We've got a corner to defend. It's away by Walker. Ep1 completes the clearance. And we are just approaching the hour mark. And it's an even game. So the fact that we're ahead and... okay, and I'm back. So the fact that we're ahead and away from home is promising. I see Leshy's looking nervous. There's a good ball. Oh, how has that stayed out? I actually don't know. I was looking at the linesman to make sure his flag was staying down, assuming it was going to go in the back of the net. Let's try praising again. All right, that's got everybody looking good. Finishing hasn't been fantastic. Bermudez isn't having a great game, so let's give a debut to Santos here. Mashagi with the ball forward, but it's cleared away. Leshy picks it up. Back to Mashagi. Bayless. Bayless looks for the run of Alvarez. What can he do on his debut? Can he cap it with a goal or an assist? He might be able to. He's in a wonderful position, and he has got a goal. Alexi Alvarez makes it 3-1 at Ibrox, and that should be enough to secure a magnificent opening game of the season victory. Alvarez he's preserved that, hasn't he? He's slotted straight into that midfield and looked at home. Good little 1-2 there with Varela, and a wonderful finish as well. And we find ourselves 3-1 up. Was it close to offside? Not really, was it? He sort of just ran a ring around King there, which is absolutely fine. So on comes Santos for a debut, and let's hope he can do half as good as Alvarez has done. Bayless is looking tired. I'm wondering if, let's get Bruno on for him. Bruno is sort of my plan to be the long-term successor to Bayless, so it doesn't hurt to bring him on here. He will start in Europe, but we'll get a few minutes into his legs. And, well, that is a very, very impressive start to the season, if I don't say so myself. 3-1, we've gone to Ibrox and won, and we've absolutely smashed them as well. Well done, lads. I think... don't get complacent. We have played well there, but it's only one game of the season. So we can see the other results there. Celtic have won, Ross County have not, so their season gets off to another cracking start, doesn't it? But most importantly, we have won. So Queen of the South turned dominance into victory against Rangers. Jaidi reacts to controversy. What was the controversy? Was it maybe the penalty? I don't know what he's on about there. But anyway, Almaraz with a debut performance to remember, and Varela, 2 assists, looked very good as well. So that is... well, it's just very, very promising, isn't it? So, guys, wait right there. That's the league off to a great start. Let's see if we can get Europe off to just as good a start. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready to face Utrecht. We're in the Netherlands, and hopefully we're going to get ourselves a win. Now, there has been the draw for the playoff round. We will play the winners of the tie above us between Basel and Brøndby. Now, you'd imagine that would be Basel, and you'd like to think we'd be able to do that. So let's keep our fingers crossed that is the case. But first up, we of course need to get a result against Utrecht. This is what we're expecting from them, a 4-2-3-1 formation with a debutant striker up front, it looks like. And this is a team we're sending out. It is Bursic in goal again. We're going to stick with Varela at left back, even though he does have a bit of a high match rating, match load, because I think this is pre-season friendlies, I imagine. We do have a left back hopefully coming in, so if he's not in for the next game, we're going to have to rest him, but we'll play him in this one. Peter Luger will make a debut. So it's going to be exciting to see him. Bernard will partner him in defence, and it will be Ianu going as the right back. Andy Irving, he is club trained, so that's why he's still at the club. He will be the deep line playmaker. Bruno, he will be the box-to-box man in this one. It'll be a first look this season at Duque, and of course his partner in crime, McLean, as the inverted wingers. Santos will get his first start as a Queen of the South player, and going up top will be Eddie Johnson, well, I don't want to jinx it, but the ever-reliable Eddie Johnson. Let's hope that continues this season. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Darnell Johnson, we've had him somewhere before. I recognise that name. Musa Silla, we may have had somewhere before as well. Now, of course, these guys aren't going to be bad. You know, they're in the Champions League because they've done well in the Dutch league. So let's go out there and enjoy ourselves tonight again. Yeah, so they're obviously a decent enough side. We can always hope they got picked to pieces over the summer. Now, we are expecting them to be a park the bus sort of side, despite what their formation would suggest. So, I mean, I'm not reading too much into that. It's early in the season, so, you know, the scouts could well have got it wrong, not had enough proper games to scout. But anyway, let's see what we can do here and hopefully get this game to bed. Now, of course, a reminder, no away goals, but hopefully we can put ourselves in a position that going back to, I'm assuming Palmerston, for a first European game that we actually host, not just in this series, but in the history of the Impossible Dream. It will be nice to finally host our own games in Europe. But, I mean, this is a rotated side. I wouldn't say it's second string, though. It's a change in formation as well. But McLean and Duque are both very, very good. Santos with a chance. It's almost fallen for Duque there. Peter Luger as well with first choice. Eddie Johnson, and Eddie Johnson gets us an early lead. 15th. Oh, or has he? No, he hasn't. It's offside, apparently. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, like I say, it's maybe not our strongest side, but it's not an out-and-out second string. And I did say, I think, or if I didn't, I meant to say in the summer transfer special, I'm thinking of using or going between the two formations quite a bit more this season. So we'll need different... Oh, Duque has almost... Well, he's almost stuck on a goal of the season contender, which reminds me, I didn't show you goal of the season from last season. I will do that next episode. Peter Luger over a free kick. Irving. Santos. Let's see what we can do here. McLean, he loses out to Silla. And nothing should come of this. Bernard on the ball. Peter Luger, the new man. Here we go with Bruno to McLean. Eddie Johnson makes the run. I think he's offside again, is he? It's in the back of the net, but I'm fairly sure it looks as though it is offside again. Just didn't quite have the timing there, did we? But he's comfortably off. Great finish, but comfortably offside, unfortunately. So I wouldn't mind a shot on target. There we go. We got one. Thank you. Ask and you shall receive. Wouldn't mind a goal either. No? Okay. Alright, well, what can we do differently here? I mean, we haven't seen much from them. We appear to be dominating the game. It's just a case of staying on side, really, isn't it? Here we go with Varela for McLean. Can he pull one back? It's a good ball for Duque. It's fallen all the way through, and some last-ditch defending has prevented us from getting ourselves a lead. Let's try a focus. I haven't liked that, but sometimes you have to hear things you don't like. So it's 8 shots to 1 in the first half, but we're going to go in scoreless, which is not ideal, but better than being behind, I suppose. All right, so let's point our finger. Let's say that the scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of the game. We have faith in you. Please go out there and correct the fact that the scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of the game. And Johnson, if you want to stay on side, mate, that'd be appreciated as well. Let's go to attacking. Let's try a demand more, perhaps. And we've got a highlight. McLean to Varela. What's his fitness looking like? Not bad. I tell you what, Varela's had a start to the season, hasn't he? There we go. Duque's in. Duque has hit the post. And it looks as though he's going to be offside as well. And we have a Utrecht highlight. Hopefully, they're not going to sucker punches here. Santos working hard. Ball in. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's not what we wanted, is it? Alright, my temptation is to berate them. I think what I'm actually going to do is tell them to calm down, because we should be comfortably... What? Bursic, you're the goalkeeper, man. Use your hands. Oh, that is so frustrating. Somebody tell him the rules. Alright, let's calm down. Everybody calm down. Do we need to dive for the bench? All right, let's get Conan on. And hopefully, I mean, we just need to put some shots on target, don't we? That's all we need to do. I mean, I say all, it's easier said than done, of course, but we have been the better side here. And we've been somewhat mugged off as things stand. Of course, one thing we do have the option to do is play a stronger side in the second leg. So that's obviously an option for us. Here we go with Santos. There's a great ball for Duque. Ong is in the middle now. Can we find the great man? We can't. We go back to Irving. Santos. Santos has a go, and it is high and wide. And that will end the highlight. All right, let's try just a good old-fashioned encourage. Pitaluga is looking anxious at the back, which is not ideal. All right. Let's try and just get the ball wide. If they are going to park the bus, maybe that's what we need to do. We have found space in wide areas, haven't we? And I'm increasingly wondering if later... I know how many subs have I made? I've made a couple of subs, haven't I? I was going to say, do we go to the formation we played against Rangers, but maybe we don't. I can't remember which one is the league formation now. I think this is... I think I've... All right, let's see. What can we do here? What can we do? Let me think. Okay, so Duque is not having a great game in terms of her match rating, so we'll bring Johnny Angus on as an inside forward. We've seen that work well for us before. And with 10 minutes to play, we need something to work here for us. If we are looking to grab some positives out of the smouldering remains of a European campaign, we have looked the better side here. Away goals don't count, so it won't necessarily matter if we lose, for instance, 1-0 and then they get a goal. It's just a goal. It's not worth double. And you'd imagine if we play this well in the second leg, we should be able to get the result. Now, what we don't want to do is fall a second goal behind here, of course. And we are in danger of doing that. Ianu is sticking to his man well, making it difficult. Pitaluga is there, and they've hit the post. All right, I think we're going to need a late berating here, aren't we? Because they appear to be the better side just now. And that was not what my changes were supposed to do. That should be easy for Bursic. And he used his hands as well. All right, we build and go. Come on, Pitaluga. What have you got, mate? There's a nice pass wide for Varela. McLean dropping inside. Bruno to McLean. Irving. There's a great ball for Varela. Kenny. Oh, we just need something, don't we? A little bit of quality at the end here. Bruno. There's a ball for Johnny Angus, and somehow it has stayed out. What a save from their keeper. You can't believe your luck. We've got a corner now. Irving to take. It's a decent one. It's away. Santos will pick it up. It's the 88th minute. Can we get this equalising goal? That flies off into the fans. It'll be another corner. Bernard, Pitaluga, one of them. They're both big boys. Let's see if we can find a head. It's Pitaluga, and he heads it over. And are we going to have it all to do when we get home to rescue this tie? XG suggests that it's even. It hasn't felt like an even game, although the end of this second half is maybe... Oh, don't do that. And we've had a nightmare in Europe, and is this going to be the end of our Champions League dream before it's even begun? Well, this is not ideal. And second half, they were much better, weren't they? Obviously, I got my halftime team talk wrong, or they got theirs right. And, well, this is problems. So 1-0, you'd say it was very salvageable. 2-0, it was definitely wasteful Queen of the South. But 2-0, there are problems. And those are big problems. And it's going to be awkward to try and turn this around, isn't it? We can focus on the league this season. But there we go. That is not what was supposed to happen. So I think what we'll have to do then is we'll come back for the second do we just come straight back? It'll be a we'll just come straight back then. It'll be Hamilton in the league, and then we'll have to figure out what formation do we go with. I'll have to have a look at the sort of the match stats and all the stuff that the scouts do for the first game and figure out what exactly we want to do. We just need to finish chances, don't we? But that'll be next episode then. Hamilton to dust ourselves off, and then Utrecht at home to hopefully go again. It'll be the first game in Europe we've hosted at home, and we're going to need to turn around a 2-goal deficit, or else, well, we'll be off to the Europa League without the Champions League money, and that in itself, I mean, that could be a huge problem, couldn't it? Take care.